All right, welcome to a new episode of P Boiz. We are joined by a comedian we don't hate, Josh Sneed. Welcome, Josh.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thrilled to actually be supportive of the comedian that we speak with. You know, this is typical shit talking podcast, but we'll be nice today.
Yeah.
You clean it up for me. It's
Exactly.
good. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Are you a friend now? Like,
yeah,
we don't have a lot of those.
He's
friends.
He's a friend for now. We'll see how the episode goes.
Joey's or
yeah.
He's a friend for
if I don't ruin it here in the next 45 minutes.
It could go south very quickly. We do have over here the P Boiz enemies list, so we'll try to keep you off.
This is a
Really
weird
hope you don't have
extremely
a
negative podcast. I've never realized that.
Who's on that list? Are we allowed to talk about who's on that list?
Of course.
Yeah, we have Yoko Ono, obviously.
She's number one
She's
there.
the first one to
had
make
coming.
it. We have Elephant and Company in Royal Oak, which is a bar that let us do one showcase and then kicked us out.
Yeah, they canceled immediately after.
And then we have Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Uh-huh.
Gallagher, Kill Tony,
Yep, enemy.
Johnny Mockney, and Louis D. Michael, who are also two local Michigan comics with their own rival podcast.
Uh-huh.
Ranch Dressing, which I personally don't agree with.
You don't have to run down the whole list.
Is Josh Sneed needs to know. All right, he asked. Then there's Alec Flynn, who I guess he flaked.
He flaked on pot, yeah.
Gabe Jervis. I'm sure you know all about Gabe
Yeah,
Jervis.
Gabe.
I don't have to tell you who that is. And then Jim Jeffries. Who put Tom Brady on here?
That's me.
Oh,
Did you
fuck
put-
you. All right, Jim Jeffries and Tom Brady are
Yeah,
apparently
they're all
on there.
enemies.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Do you
I'll
have
do
an
my
enemies
best.
list? Do you have a personal enemies list?
What's that?
Do you have an enemies list?
If I had to, I'd probably come up with one, but
Okay.
I try not to keep too much beef.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
That's the last thing I need in this
Yeah.
business.
Could you
is
think of
enemies.
not name, but think of 3 names off the top of your head?
enemies? Like, any Steelers fan?
Oh,
That's fair. Well, he's coming from Cincy, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Any
you're a
St.
Steelers
Louis
fan,
Cardinals fan?
I love the Steelers, dude. We got that Hines Ward guy.
You're a Cardinals fan?
No, I'm a Reds fan. So any St. Louis Cardinals fan.
Okay.
Okay.
And
baseball.
Andy Dalton.
Andy
Yeah.
Dalton.
You want to
Really?
talk, you're a lifelong Reds fan? You want to talk Reds?
Oh, I could bore you guys with Reds talk. I
let's
won't,
talk Reds.
but I could.
You have that new...
What? Hang on. We gotta say he has a new special out. It's on your website,
It's on disruptorcomedy.com.
disruptorcomedy.com.
And
Check
eventually
out
it'll be
Disruptor
on
Comedy.
Amazon and iTunes. But for now, it's disruptorcomedy.com. They're a newer platform. They're doing Joe DeRosa's special. There's a bunch, Annie Letterman. There's a bunch of comics that they're doing specials for. They're launching a new clean comedy brand from there called Mocktails, and I'm kind of the launch special for it. So.
Yeah. We don't care about Joe DeRosa or Annie Letterman's specials. We're only concerned about one special over there.
Fat Ryan
Yeah.
is the one you're looking for on
Matt Rife, you said?
disruptorcomedy.com.
Oh, Pat Ryan. I thought you said Matt Rife.
Oh, no, I did
Pat
not.
Ryan
He
has
doesn't
a
need
special.
your
Check
help.
it out.
That's
He doesn't need any of our help.
Yes, yeah.
No, it's called Fat Ryan,
Yeah.
and the name comes from years and years of YouTube comments of people stating that I look like a fat Ryan Gosling. So that's
why they
that's
say
where
that.
it comes.
Uh-huh. If you're gonna be a fat anyone, that's a good person. To be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You
Kind
want
of
to be like a fat
of fat
version
people.
of a fat person. You know what I mean? Like
Hey, you don't want to be a
fat
fat Chris Farley. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking.
or a fat ugly person.
What about a skinny Chris Farley?
Ooh, what would that look like?
Yeah. I wonder-
Is that you? Is Lemon a skinny Chris Farley? Nobody knows.
No.
I don't know.
Speaking of
Let me
nose,
ask you this: Why is Andy Dalton on your list of enemies? And
Because he's probably
and
the most
let me
likable
say
guy
let me say one more thing. If you make a sufficient case, then we might just put him on the P Boiz enemies list.
I just picked him because he's probably the most likable dude that's ever come through this city, and he could probably use an enemy to knock him down a peg.
Sure.
So, I'm not really a contrarian, but in this case, I'll be the one guy that doesn't like him.
Okay, that's understandable.
Okay, so he's an enemy because he's so likable. I don't know.
It's like John Cena. It's like,
You gotta knock it down. He's too likable.
Are we going to talk wrestling? Can we talk? Is wrestling on the table?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want to talk?
I'll talk about whatever, guys. I was watching
about...
clips of you, and I love that you run the gamut from comedy to Star Wars to everything else. I'm like, there's plenty of stuff to chat with these guys about. I only say wrestling because when I was a younger man, one of the things my friends and I really enjoyed doing was traveling to wrestling events, like big WWE events, and creating signs that would just be meant to piss off the entire arena wherever we were.
Sure.
And
I love that.
My all-time favorite experience was at King of the Ring at Joe Louis Arena in Michigan.
Hey. Okay.
What was your sign? We had signs that said, Stevie Y has AIDS, hockey is fake. My personal favorite was support foreign automakers.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And
that is funny.
we had to get escorted out because so many people were trying to fight us. It was
what the fuck?
Unbelievable.
That's
holy shit.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I found it a little bit offensive, but it's still like good work to you for that.
It is ironic that like the Michigan sports stadiums always end up with fights in them, like the Malice at the Palace.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, the Pistons Pacers fight, was that in Detroit or was that in Indy?
It was in
Well, technically Auburn Hills, but
Auburn Hills, the Palace, right?
Right. Although now they play in Detroit.
Yeah.
Which would have been I'd love to. We should redo the Pistons Pacers fight, but now like in Detroit. Let's see how that goes down. Not some Auburn Hills fucks.
Yeah, what would it be called? Something at Little Caesars.
You'd probably if you just had a video called "Fight at Little Caesars," there's probably 1,000.
There's probably a lot of those
on YouTube. With
it would just get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Are you a pizza guy? You like pizza?
Love pizza. Pizza, barbecue, burger. That's kind of my 3 when I'm on the road, where I ask the locals, where do I go to find the best of any of those?
That's what I was going to ask. Is does Cincinnati have a pizza that it's known for?
The big local one is La Rosa's. It's the one that they serve at like Kings Island and the zoo and the Reds games, and it's kind of the local brand that has tons of franchises.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily like Skyline Chilli, where people who aren't from here have probably heard of it, whether they've had it or not. Now, have you guys had Cincinnati chili?
No, I didn't realize that.
I've never been to Cincinnati.
I've had like frozen versions of it. There's like not Skylines out here. I've never been to a Skyline, but I'm familiar with it. It's like sweeter.
What is unique about Cincinnati chili?
It's a very polarizing dish. It's more of a meat soup than it is a chili. But they eat it 2 ways here. One is spaghetti noodles, chili, cheese, and that's called a 3-way. And if you add onions or beans, it's a 4 or 5-way. Yeah. Or what you guys up there refer to as conies, it's served that way, right? Hot dog, mustard, onion, chili, cheese. But it's very soupy. It's made with brown sugar and chocolate, so it is like he said, like Matt said, sweeter. Yeah. But it's some people think it's blasphemy. You try to give it to somebody from Texas, and they want to fight you.
Yeah, especially if they're Muslim, it's blasphemous if they eat it.
Well, it's called haram.
It's haram. Yeah.
Haram.
Blasphemy is our.
Wait, why is mine Muslim?
Haram.
There's no bacon on it.
Well, if it's not halal, then it's.
I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, maybe we'll have to do a little road trip down to Cincy to grab some chili.
Yeah.
La Rosa's.
I do want to try from like a restaurant. Like it's just like how conies are up here. There's like a bunch of different places that do different styles down there.
Yeah.
Hell
but Skyline's the big one.
Yeah.
If you guys ever make it down here, I'll try to set you up on a stage to get you some stand up time, and then we'll do a little food tour.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would.
Yeah,
that would
Let's put that. Let's put that on the calendar. Let's make that happen for sure.
P Boiz tour.
We will harass you about it. We're treating this as a legal contract right now.
Yeah, you don't know what you just awakened, dude. We're gonna hit you up
down
every day.
I know what happens if I don't come through. I make the list.
You make the list.
That's right. You don't want to be here, right?
Even worse, you make us sad.
Right.
And you don't want to toy with this guy's emotions right here. He's going through a lot right now.
I'm on my last straw. No.
We'll return the favor next time you're in Detroit. We'll take it sounds like you've been to Detroit enough that you don't need a tour, but if you want, we can.
I'm always down for what the locals. I'm trying to remember my buddy lives up there. He's in a cappella group called Straight No Chaser. Free plug for them. They're very talented, but he lives up there. And so he and I are foodies. So whenever I'm on the road or he's on the road and we see that one of us is in a city where we've got like a must try food, he will tell me or I'll tell him. But he sent me to it was something garage that had really good burgers.
Vincetta Garage?
Vincetta.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, on Woodward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They serve it to you on prison trays and stuff.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good.
They I don't think I've had a burger there, but their mac and cheese is banging.
They have a Coney pizza, which is like it has chili and mustard and cut up hot dogs on a pizza.
I've made that
sounds
before.
Incredible.
Because when I worked at a pizza place, I worked next to a Coney Island, but I've never put the mustard on it.
Okay.
That'd be next level.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys a question, because I spent a lot of time watching your videos today. I'm trying to figure out like who are your comedy influences, like the three of you. I want to know. I want to try to get an idea of the kind of comedy that you're into, or that maybe influenced you.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm very influenced by Carlos Mencia. Hide your jokes from me. You better block me soon, because I'm coming for it. No.
Yeah.
Who does anyone want to go first?
You go first.
You go first.
Already get started.
So the main guy that like made me really like comedy as an adult was Norm Macdonald. So I love Norm Macdonald. And then Shane Gillis. He's my favorite like current comedian. I don't know those guys like Dan Soder, Sam Tallent. He's in Detroit now.
I heard that. I watched the Sam Tallent episode as well.
Oh,
so he's so good. It's not fair how good he is.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's fun to watch.
Yeah,
he's got a
great
fun little
dude,
show going.
Yeah.
I would say so. Me growing up, Gaffigan and Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle. Those were my three really coming up, and then more recently, I really like Tim Dillon. He's just so unfiltered, and the way he just go off is really something to see. Him, and then obviously Shane Gillis is blowing up. He's fantastic. He's just very relatable for the chubby Midwest white guys. He's our guy.
Tim Dillon, that's a great one. He has, to me, like a Patrice O'Neal kind of quality, where even as someone who's done stand-up for almost 30 years, I watch and I go, I can't tell if he's making this up right now or if this is an act. Like, it's that good.
It's actually a really good comparison. He's like the white Patrice.
I never heard that comparison before, but it's really good. I definitely see what you're saying. Joseph,
okay.
You said some of my favorites. I mean, Chappelle, Gaffigan. They're so good. I just did 6 shows with Gaffigan here in Cincinnati a couple months ago.
Oh, nice. What did you
coming up in Louisville?
Did you eat with Gaffigan? Did you guys go out for some food together? Because
we did.
Oh.
Did he say funny things about the food?
Yeah. What's that? What's it like? What's it like sharing a meal with Gaffigan?
That's it. He's always on. We didn't go out to eat. We went and bought a bunch of Hot Pockets and cooked them at the hotel room. Just like you would.
Okay. I'm
Are
glad. I'm glad he lives.
Are you joking or are you?
He
serious?
lives the ethos.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm joking. I felt like he acted
joke.
like that. He asked that question because of how much material Jim has about food.
Okay.
Definitely. He seems like, some people are fun to drink with, like good drinking buddy. Like he'd be a good eating buddy. He's who you want to eat with.
Well, he has his own bourbon now, so he's probably a good drinking buddy too.
I'm sure he is. Mm-hmm. What did you guys eat? What did you guys actually eat?
We went to there's a really good steakhouse here called Jeff Ruby's, and we went there and of course they took care of him and all of us way more than whenever I'm there just by myself.
Sure.
Or with my wife.
Yeah.
But
Every week, right?
They brought out all the stops.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So I like to, every time we have a guest who has a special, I like to, because I'm like a film guy. I love like production and whatever. And you've put out a few specials by now. Like how does that like process start for you?
Well, this one was exciting because it was the first time that it was a special where when it was filmed, I didn't know where it would end up.
Yeah.
Like my first TV appearance and my first special were both on Comedy Central. So that was like, super high production, especially at that time when it was like the only place to watch stand up.
Yeah.
And it was special in its own right because when I did my Comedy Central Presents, you got to pick what your backdrop looked like. And that was a thing that me and my buddies, when we started open mics, would, have those conversations after a show of like, if you ever get a special, what would your backdrop look like? And I always knew what I wanted mine to look like. I wanted it to look like I was in detention and it was like an empty classroom and I was like in trouble for telling jokes because I was the class clown. Like that's always kind of been my thing. And so when I got my half-hour special, one of the calls we had about it was, so have you given any thought to what you want the set to look like? And I told them every detail because I'd been dreaming about it,
Yeah.
And so to walk into that theater in New York City and see the set built out like the way that you had conceived it in your mind as just like a pipe dream, it was like, that was incredibly special to me, even though I had nothing to do with the actual production and filming of it other than being in it. And then the Dry Bar special was honestly a gig that I took just because I needed a new good tape, like an updated high quality tape that I could send to clubs and use to get corporate gigs and kind of farm for clips. And so I went into that with very low expectations because Dry Bar at that time was a subscription service for Mormons, basically is what it was. It was just a library of clean comedy that they sold to the Mormon population, and they would produce these specials in a small theater in Provo and offer it to people who had subscriptions to the network. And so right when mine came out, they had signed a deal with Facebook, who was trying to prevent content creators from hopping to YouTube because YouTube had monetized videos and were able to give people money for clicks, but Facebook didn't have that, and they were trying to get it going, and Dry Bar was one of the pilot programs that they used. So again, I had no say over even what the background looked like. I just flew out there and did a set, but Facebook cranking up the views on these Dry Bar specials like gave me more exposure than anything I had ever done for Comedy Central. Probably anything I've ever done to this day. I got more out of Dry Bar, something that I didn't even really honestly care about when I first filmed it. And so that's like, it kind of rejuvenated my love for wanting to continue to crank out new material.
Yeah.
And so when I kind of came out of COVID and, started the writing process again for a new special, I decided this next one, I wanted to film it. I wanted to be able to have a say in who released it. And so I rented a theater here in Cincinnati, and it was like, 550 seats or something. We sold it out. Jack Vaughn, who was formerly from Sirius XM and Comedy Central Records. He wanted to produce it. So I had him, capture it and direct it. And it was just, I don't know, it's very special to me, not to be too corny, but it's like a theater in my hometown that I filled, with all new material, and the audience is full of people I've known from every era of my life. So it's just, my kids are in the audience, people I went to elementary school with, current neighbors, and everybody in between. So this one's like extra special to me, not only because it's material that's never been released on anything else I've ever done, but just like everything that went into making it.
Yeah, no, that's dope as shit. Because I think we're at a point now where like people can just make their own stuff and put it out. Like you don't really need to like go to like a Netflix or whatever and like hope that one day you can like put out a special. Like you can just do it yourself.
You don't have to suck the corporate dick.
Exactly.
You just do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's got their own style. Like I don't know how you guys are, but I feel like the word curated is a little too artsy when you talk about the kind of stuff that I talk about, but I'm not as prolific as some of these guys that can crank out a special every year, or that will go to a comedy club, do a set, chop it up, and put all the clips onto social media the next week. Like I still, and maybe it's an antiquated way of thinking, but I like the spend a few years on a special, have it be a nice 45 minutes to an hour set that feels kind of seamless, like it's one big long story, and then you can cut it up, obviously, right. But I like capturing people for that much time versus like here's a 3-minute bit, here's a 3-minute bit, here's a 3-minute bit, and they're just constant reels that don't really have anything to do with one another.
You have more of a moment that way, because if you're just putting out something every day, then it's like kind of devalues your comedy.
Bit. Well, this is the real economy, it's all about the reels.
That Zuckerberg,
for real.
That short form.
Yeah.
And it's a weird position to be in, to wonder if you have to lean into that to sustain a career, or if you just hope your longevity, keeps you around enough to the people who like you will find you and will support you. However infrequent you're doing new specials or tours or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure. A personal fan base has like become a little more important than like just a general comedy fan base.
It really has. And I applaud the people that have found it with, how quickly some people find it,
Yeah.
Podcasts.
There's perennial open micers that just unlock something on TikTok and then they're selling out, theaters. Like it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Uncharted territories in the comedy. And even, just like fame at large, you know what I mean? Like there's people just becoming, no more obvious of an example of like Hawk to a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people are just getting famous for no fucking reason.
And it's crazy.
Like,
so hard to predict how sustainable it is.
Podcast. Yeah, you got to do maybe you just Hawk to me right now. Maybe that can make a lot of money.
But the other side of that too is, if you just like keep your nose down and try to just get better, then when that opportunity comes, you're ready to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Some people get it too soon, and it's like this 5-minute clip went viral. Now you got to go do an hour at a club. Yeah. What's that look like? The odds of people ever coming back to see you again,
very
it's
famous,
more of a flash in the pan.
Very famous, exaggerated example is Brendan Schaub, where it's like he got huge levels of fame before he was like ready, like as.
Dude, why are you hating?
It. I know we love.
We gotta stop hating.
We love our boy.
You gotta stop hating, dude.
But he blew up because he was friends with Joe Rogan. Like he wasn't a grinding comedian.
No, he was a name,
fighter.
and then he started doing comedy. There's like a lot of like YouTubers that do that.
There's
too.
other people do it. Fucking Steve-O from Jackass was trying to do that too. He was getting into comedy.
He is into comedy.
Well, he does like
he's still doing stand-up.
He's still doing it.
Yeah, he does like presentations almost.
Is he any good?
But
I don't know.
I don't know. If you like Steve-O, like it's a thing where like if you have a fan base,
right? If you're a Steve-O fan,
yeah, and he's got a big fan base because Jackass was huge.
Josh, did you start in New York or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
I started here, and other than a brief stint in LA for less than a year, I've lived here. You know, I've done the road quite a bit.
Okay.
When I quit my day job, my first full year on the road, I was gone 50 out of 52 weeks that year, just middling everywhere. And but I've always kept this my home base.
Were you on the road with someone, or you were just going out and just finding shit?
A little bit of both. If I was having trouble getting into a club, then I might ask some headliner that liked me to help me get in there. Mitch Hedberg did amazing things for me. He was the first comic that took me out on the road to open for him.
Damn, what a legend!
Yeah, that's the guy that I get compared to a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your jokes.
I found out about him through being compared to him, and then I started watching videos.
Really, you didn't watch him first?
You need to do your homework.
Comedy fan.
Yeah,
he's a legend.
He's certainly
he's a goat.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I got pushed into it by people telling me I should do it, but yeah, I'm glad I did. Comedy's fucking sick. We had to talk to
Hedberg,
Josh Sneed.
He was like, I don't know. He was the first guy that asked me to go on the road to open for him, and then I still had my day job at the time, so I was using my vacation days to take gigs with him. But if it was in a good club like, you know, Atlanta or Seattle or Houston or somewhere, like that's how I was spending my vacation days. And then when I quit my job, he offered to take me wherever I wanted to go my first week as a full-time comedian. So we went to Houston, and at the time, the Laugh Stop there was like the legendary club, the biggest club in the country. It's where Dane Cook and Louis C.K. and all those guys were recording their albums, was at the Laugh Stop. So that's where I wanted to go. But, you know, Attell helped me a lot. Greg Giraldo helped me a lot. Just guys that I met when they came through Cincinnati that took a liking to me for whatever reason. They were kind enough to help me get into these clubs. Also, back then, it was a big thing for local club managers to help the local comics get road work when they were ready to feature. So it wasn't uncommon that somebody like Mark Ridley or someone similar would call the club in Cincinnati and say, hey, I've got 6 guys here in Detroit that are ready to feature. Let's get them weeks, and then you send me 6 of your guys from Cincinnati. And there was a lot of that to get people into other markets, especially when like Minneapolis and Austin and Houston all had really good scenes where there was a lot of comics.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen anymore.
I guess not.
It's hard to get any unless you have a headliner taking you, it's hard to get feature work at a club on the road.
Yeah.
Everybody brings their own support.
Pretty much. And it's really the only way to progress now is if you are like TikTok or you have some sort of a following that people can like look at the number of your followers and be like, okay, yeah, we'll book this guy.
Yeah. And there's also venues that aren't comedy clubs that if you're really savvy enough, you can just go do a show at, you know, like a music venue, and
theater,
sell it out and keep the lion's share of the door.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's just great that there's avenues. Some people making a fortune, they don't even leave their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
So I see you're decked out in Star Wars gear. Looks like
Salacious Crumb, is that?
Very good.
Oh, yeah, there's the fucking
good joke. Yeah.
What's the thing from
I'm
Jabba's
a big
Palace?
Star Wars fan. So if you can see up there that painting, it's hard to see, but that's a painting of my dad and me. You can't see me, but we're having a lightsaber fight. And that painting came from a photo from the last vacation that we were on before my dad passed away, where we were at putt putt and we had our putters and we were pretending to have a lightsaber duel because we were giant children. But my dad worked for Kenner Toys here in Cincinnati. He made Star Wars toys.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so it's kind of in my DNA.
Yeah,
to love Star Wars.
They made like the famous like first Star Wars toys.
Yeah. He was one of the model makers for starting with Empire Strikes Back and then for the rest of the time.
Do you have any original figures?
I don't anymore. I used to, but I sold them when I quit my job to become a full-time comic, and I used it to have some. That was my money that I hadn't really saved up at that point.
Okay.
But I sold my entire collection to a guy from New York who flew to my parents' house where it was still in their basement, and he bought everything.
No way.
How much was that for?
At the time, it was about 20 grand. But if you want a fun story of just what childhood was like, that's a little traumatizing now. My dad and all his coworkers, they were like car guys, gearheads. You know, they didn't care about anything except cars. And so whenever they would work on a toy, if they needed to make changes to it, they would mark it up with a Sharpie and then adjust the machine and get it to where they liked it, and then they would send it off to production. Well, all those, they're now called prototypes, but at the time they were garbage. That's what got brought home to me to play with. So that was the stuff that I beat up in the backyard playing, and then now they're worth tens of thousands of dollars. But to get super nerdy on you, Return of the Jedi was originally supposed to be called Revenge of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. And when you bought those the figures, they came on that piece of cardboard with the little bubble.
Yeah.
Well, those cardboard sheets all said Revenge of the Jedi, and they didn't need them because they had to reprint them. So they threw them in the dumpster. And my dad took them out of the dumpster and brought them home so that when he was changing the oil on our car in the garage, he could put it down to keep oil from getting on the garage floor. He used these worthless pieces of cardboard that now, today, an uncut sheet goes for about $40,000. And we probably had 10 of them.
Holy shit.
Spilled oil all over them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn, dude. Yeah, we gotta hold on to shit. So
do you guys have any use?
Now you can see why I'm a hoarder,
you've
just
been
in case any of this stuff
spilling oil all over. No.
What was the best figure? It wasn't Boba Fett. That was like the popular one. What was that?
That was the one that there's very few of because it was only a prototype and it never actually
didn't make it to production.
Into production. I had some weird stuff that was worth more than I even thought it was. The guy in New York, luckily, was honest with me, but like they tried to do this Ewoks cartoon, and it went one season. Yeah. And they had already made some figures for the second season before it got canceled, and I had some of those figures. I thought they were garbage because they weren't even from the movies. And the guy was like, "Those are your most expensive pieces right there."
Did they get into Star Wars sex toys?
Kenner did not. If you can believe it, they stuck with the Care Bears and the Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, they kept it family friendly.
No, like Princess Leia lingerie or anything.
I'm sure it's out there. It's all out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is now for sure.
We have a bit more than 2 minutes left. We could resend you a link if you want, or we can just end it. It's up to you. Whatever.
It's up to you guys. I enjoy the conversation for sure, but it's totally up to you.
You have to. All right, let me send you a new link. Is that cool?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
All right, be right back.
We'll be right back.
I like this guy. Let's keep talking to him.
And now a word from our sponsors. And we're back. We got Josh Sneed after that word from our sponsors.
Yeah.
So go ahead and purchase some of those items.
We were supposed to have Bill Bouchard on the podcast after you, but he canceled on us. So we're done with him. He's never allowed on the podcast.
Put him on the list.
What'd you say?
Put him on the list.
Oh, yeah. Put him on the list.
We Bill? Put him on the list. Except
I do.
Mark Ridley.
He's awesome.
Bill, yeah, he's a very nice guy.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
Not anymore. We hate him now.
Bill's a legend.
That's
Honestly,
right.
yeah.
Okay, so we were, we just had a commercial from Skyline Chili. So Lemon explained to me. You said there's chocolate in the chili, but it's more of like cocoa powder. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, you can't really
Like cacao.
I don't think you can really taste chocolate, but
Yeah.
it
Subtle
makes it
sweetness.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not like melted Hershey's bars.
Cinnamon
actually like
and
Hershey
chocolate are the two like big things in there that you're like.
That's
All right.
So there is cinnamon in there because that was my guess. It was like some kind of like sweet cinnamon.
okay. I can get down with that.
Yeah, that's wild. You know, I'm always experimenting with weird stuff, so props to them. Yes, if you just want to call back to like what 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we'll clip this back into that
So
conversation.
let's call back to the beginning of the episode. You want to talk Reds?
Let's start over.
It's free flowing. Where do we leave off? Were we talking about
Talk about Star
dildos?
Wars.
I was nerding out about Star Wars toys.
Star Wars? You're
Yeah.
right. Your dad.
Do you
spilled
guys
oil
collect
on-
anything? Are you guys collectors?
I used to collect baseball cards, but I don't know. I haven't bought any in the last like few years.
Yeah, you don't have any money.
I don't collect anything. I collect. Nope, I'm not a collector.
Yeah, I used to collect Legos. Like I used to do a lot of Legos when I was a kid. But as of lately, all my money goes into podcasting, so I don't have the money to spend on collection.
Legos are probably a better investment.
Probably right.
What if they ever stop making Legos?
Or if they stop making
It's like
podcasts?
they've been deemed as a weapon and unsafe for human consumption.
Legos.
We're a big Lego house here.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Your house is made of Legos?
It is.
There you go.
Sick.
It's an Ed Sheeran song.
Is that an Ed Sheeran song?
Really?
My house.
Yeah,
is made
Lego
of Legos?
house.
So I'm basically
really
a train.
You basically- you
yeah,
look
my
just
son,
like him, man.
my son and daughter both are. huge into
What kind of Legos? Is it Star Wars Legos?
Yeah, what kind of Legos are the kids making these days? 'Cause
Mostly for
I
the
was a big
boy.
Lego kid, but what
The
kind of
daughter's
like?
Wicked right now. She's got the Wicked Lego sets.
Wicked Legos.
She likes musicals.
What's that?
That's like musicals and stuff, right? Is she into those? Wicked?
Musicals? No,
That's
there's
like
a
the-
Wicked movie that came out.
Yeah, that's the fucking...
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
musical.
It's a
I know it's
musical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're both right. You're both correct.
All right.
Let's still fight about it.
All right. I hate this guy. He's going on the enemy list.
I love him, but...
You should have
nothing else.
individual lists. That would be.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Wait, what?
We should have individual lists of like who.
For
Oh,
each of
yeah.
us?
Yes. Because I don't like having ranch dressing on there. Gabe is fine.
Gabe is fine.
What? How did ranch dressing get on the list?
I don't know. I
It
wasn't
was
there 1 week.
it was one of our guests had put it on there,
Yeah,
and he
he just
did,
kind of demanded we put it on
he
there.
did it with a
Yeah.
permanent marker. So.
Yeah, we like to make our guests comfortable. So if you have any recommendations, we're more than happy to add.
We should cross that off and put Jaren on for putting ranch dressing on.
To be
Jared,
fair, he has
yeah.
great hands.
Ranch dressing is the Andy Dalton of dressings.
Yeah,
Like, no one
exactly.
really hates it.
Okay.
Also,
except for one.
Matt
guy.
beat him in a roast battle, so I think it's only fair that we add him to the
Oh,
enemy list.
shucks. Don't
That's
make me
fair.
blush.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the roast battle?
Yeah.
You love it, dude.
It's
I know
a
you
lot
love
of fun.
It. He does
It
a
can
lot.
be like intimidating, but I don't know. I always like think less of my jokes than they are because like I'll be like, "Do you think this is any good?" People are like, "Dude, that's great," and then I do pretty good. I've only been in 2, but I've done.
You've done a bunch of them. What are you talking about?
No. I've done 3, and then we've done like fun ones on the podcast.
No, you did the Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah, and then I did the one at the Indie, and then
You
we
did
the
that
one
twice,
in
didn't you?
Wixom.
No, Malachi.
No.
did
Oh,
it.
Malachi did
Yeah.
it twice. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I've done.
Have you
3.
seen the compliment one? The
I would
boast
love
rattle?
to do that.
Huh,
No, I haven't
I've
seen
never
that.
I've
heard of
heard
that.
about it. I haven't seen it.
You have
though,
to
but-
compliment the other person.
Yeah. It's called
it has to be-
boast rattle. It's fantastic.
Oh
That's so
shit,
sick.
we should do
Roast
that.
rattle. We should absolutely make
Yeah.
that a thing.
We don't have. That's something I keep complaining about. That's because that's all I do. We don't have enough gimmick shows here. Like we have one show that's a heckle encouraged show. But other than that, like we don't have enough like gimmicky shows.
Where there's some kind of shtick to it.
How does the heckle show go over?
So there's two comics each with mics in the corner of the room, and everybody does. It's like you only get 3 minutes, and these two comics in the corner will heckle, and like the audience is. We announce ahead of time there's a heckle encouraged mic.
Yeah.
And then there's audience. The comics will talk shit and disrupt you.
Yeah.
And the audience is encouraged to heckle. And it's usually just comics being like, "Here's some."
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun when our enemy / dear friend Gabe Jervis does the shit show. They call it.
Oh, he is.
And he doesn't get a single word of his set out. It's just the audience yelling at him the whole time. It's so funny.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
That's
when I go,
fantastic.
people are generally pretty quiet.
Yeah, people are scared of you.
People are afraid of me when I get on stage.
Well, you could try to make them laugh or something.
Good. I make them laugh all the time. I don't know. I give off a lot of cop energy.
Yeah.
You know, people play it cool around me.
You know, his opener is hands.
Yeah.
It unsettles people.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Independent in Hamtramck?
No.
Okay, it's like a smaller club.
Smaller hipstery type place.
Hipster,
That's where Sam Tallent does his weekly showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next time you're in town, if you're in town on a Saturday, we'll take you to the shit show, and they'll probably let you run it.
That sounds fantastic. I'd love to sit in on it at the very least.
Yeah, no, they give you like 100%.
I think they're closed until September though.
They are closed till September. Yeah. What are like the good shows in Cincinnati?
I don't know about too many of kind of what you're talking about, like the gimmicky shows.
Yeah.
We have 3 full-time clubs here. Go Bananas, which is kind of the tried and true, low ceiling, audience is right on top of the comic, holds like 200, intimate. It's fantastic. It's built for stand-up. And then we have the Funny Bone, which is, 3 levels, almost like more of a small theater, very corporate club vibe. And then we have a new club on the Kentucky side of the river called Commonwealth Sanctuary, which they had turned a church into a comedy club. So it's very alt-friendly, but they've done a really good job of booking it. They had Todd Barry recently. They had Roy Scovel a couple weeks ago, who maybe for my money is the best guy working right now, like just in terms of everything I see is so good.
Really?
What room of the church should they do the comedy in?
What's that?
What room of the church should they do the comedy in?
In the sanctuary.
Like where the main altar is? Like the altar is the
used
stage?
to be.
Used to. Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
no longer.
I know. I don't. That's where we were doing Joke Gym from, and it's never not weird to just hear some of the things being said, knowing things that used to be said in there. And
has anybody ever just exploded in the middle of their set?
Yeah, I need you.
If they were too blasphemous.
Yeah.
That's funny because we have a joke gym that's also in a church.
Yeah, it's
an active.
Of a church.
It's the basement of a church, and it's still a church.
But it's a tiny room. It's like a tiny closet in the basement of a church, and it's a clean room. So
it's fucking lame.
But it's still a church.
It's still a church. Yeah, actually,
church,
the pastor is the one who runs the show there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's gutsy.
The mic that's on the altar before the Lord's greatness. Are like the acoustics like crazy in that room? Because
it's not. It's not like a big Catholic.
Oh,
it's
a
tiny Baptist church.
Yeah, it's a tiny little church.
Do you still go to open mics, or are you kind of like you don't really know?
I don't, just because of my proximity to the clubs. Here it's just when you're on the road a bunch, it's tough to find time to just go to an open mic night, because most of the time I'm on the road. If I'm doing 50, 55 minutes, I can try out 5 new minutes in there somewhere.
Sure.
If I really need to work something out. Now the joke gym, that was more of something that I created because I wanted feedback from some of my peers, right? So all of us, the 4 headliners, all have to do new material, but all 4 of us have different styles. So it's nice to get a take on a joke when I'm literally trying it out for the first time, and then I use that feedback to go kind of workshop it during my headliner set when I'm on the road.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
It's a cool setup.
Yeah. It makes sense. Because I always wonder, like, what. I guess since you're on the road, it doesn't really matter. But guys who like if they, live in one city, like how do they, try new material or like kind of.
Yeah, that's what most of the guys here do.
Yeah.
And outside of the 3 full-time clubs, there's plenty of breweries and bars and all kinds of outlets that the local comics have gotten off the ground. It's a great scene here right now. It's a very everybody's very encouraging of each other, so there's always stage time to be found if you really want it outside of the 3 full-time clubs.
I'd love to come visit it because whenever I've driven through Cincinnati, because I've been to Tennessee a few times, there's like something about the city that's kind of like calls me. It makes me want to like just stop in there.
Yeah, man.
Every time I've driven past it, it is a nice place.
I don't think I've ever driven past.
And there's a very nice aquarium too.
Ooh.
Have you been to the aquarium?
Fishies is cool.
It is a nice aquarium.
Maybe because we've been talking about doing a P Boiz in Chicago. I think we'll try Cincinnati first.
We'll have to add a P Boiz Cincinnati trip.
It's an easy drive, fellas, and like I said, I'll take you to the food spots.
Yeah,
and I'll put you in touch with anybody that I can to get you some time on stage while you're here and make a night of it.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Fuck yeah.
Here's a question. Do you ever fuck around in Toledo?
I was actually the first comedian on stage at the Perrysburg Funny Bone. I did the grand opening of it.
No, is it like the Toledo Funny
when
Bone?
It opened? But prior to that, there was a club called Connections. I mean, we're talking long time ago. But yeah, I've been to Toledo. My claim to fame in Toledo is that I have a signed hot dog bun on the wall at Tony Pacco's.
Oh shit!
We didn't realize you were that big.
Signing.
Yeah. Right next to
on that
the
bun
cash
would be
from
crazy.
the cast of MASH.
Do you know Dave Crumbly at all?
I don't think so.
No, he's running Toledo right now.
He's the kingpin of Toledo.
He's the self-proclaimed king of
Toledo.
He has like 5 weekly shows there.
Yeah, they're like open mics, but yeah, he's got like 3 weekly ones, and then he has like big showcases that he like sells out, and then he sold out the Funny Bone.
So, nice.
I don't know.
That club,
keep an eye out for Dave Crumbly.
For me, please.
Yeah, he's gonna.
We should get Crumbly up for an episode. Huh?
That club was the reason I quit working New Year's Eve. Because
what was?
Yeah. You just get to a point where, the first holiday to go is Halloween. There's just never a good show on Halloween.
Yeah.
And then at clubs, at like big clubs. And then New Year's Eve always pays well, but it's a circus, And so the last time I did a New Year's Eve show, I was at Toledo, and I tell the staff, please do not hand out anything that makes noise until I'm off stage. I promise I will be off stage in plenty of time to count down midnight.
Uh-huh.
And
I can't believe they were
I was
getting
close to my closer, and I start hearing ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, oh no.
Nope.
And it just was chaos.
You can't come back from that.
It's a good thing guns are legal in Ohio.
Jesus Christ.
See, that's why you got to do the shit show, because that'll prepare you for the elements.
Yeah. Do you do crowd work? Is that like? Do you ever try to? No.
I try not to.
Yeah.
I just.
Sucks.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy just the timing and the pacing that goes into creating an hour set. And
Yeah,
I mean, I'll do it if I have to, and it happens on occasion, but I don't go looking for it.
If a guy's pointing his gun at you and he's like, "Do crowd work at me right now."
Ask me what I do for a living.
But yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at with it. I'm like not shit. Like I've only been doing it for a year and a half, but yeah, that's kind of where I see myself going. It's just like mostly written stuff. Like I have crowd work that I do, but it's like literally like written crowd work.
Scripted crowd work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He makes me shout something at him so that way he can respond.
No.
You're the plant?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Let me ask you, what are Josh Sneed's keys to this comedy success? If you were to mentor a young comic.
Go to the club as much as you can, even if you're not performing, and watch the professionals, like the seasoned veterans, like whoever your favorites are. I feel like when I first started, I was just an absolute sponge. I couldn't be there enough, even if I knew I wasn't going up. I just enjoyed watching how they dealt with a heckler, how they dealt with the check drop, whatever it is. There's no secret sauce, it's just doing it.
That's where I go wrong is if I don't get on the lineup, I storm out of there like a baby, and I'm so
Do
mad
you really?
for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
I didn't get on the short list for Ridley's last night, and I was so pissed about it. I walked to my car, and
I think he's talking about the weekends.
I mean, any night. I mean, it's certainly great to be a part of a community and find comics that understand your voice, because it really is helpful to have writers' rooms and sit down with local guys to bounce stuff off of, like, no question. But in terms of like, building a career at it and treating it like a business when you have to, that's what I tell people. Treat it like it's your job. Put in the hours. Don't just rely on getting up on stage and being funny. Like, all the way from sending a thank you email to somebody for letting you get on the show to tipping the server, whatever it is, like, do what you can to be the kind of person that people want to have on their stage and in their room, and not be a problem.
So we shouldn't have said all that stuff about Bill earlier.
Correct. Yeah, I would tear down that list immediately. Write a letter to Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah. Make it taste different. Make it taste more like barbecue sauce. Have you thought about that? But what you said was like just genuinely inspirational to me, because like I've been going through like some weird times. I got laid off like a little while ago, and I used to write all my jokes at work because I had like a very boring job. I could just zone out and like.
I wonder why you got fired.
I feel like I know why you got laid off.
I was really good.
I think we're figuring some stuff out.
Yeah, but when you said treat it like your job, I would literally do it while I was at my job, and then since then, I like really haven't been coming up with jokes because I haven't been at work. I've just been like playing frisbee golf.
You gotta find, like, everybody's different. Like, there's guys I know that dedicate a certain amount of time each day to going to a coffee shop and sitting down and writing, even if they're not working on anything. They just sit there and keep getting the cobwebs out until something starts to flow. Yeah. If you can crank out material like that, then more power to you. I've never been that type of comic. I have to say something, do something. It kind of just hits me where I go,
yeah, exactly.
I should write that down.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people like just saying like, yeah, no, I try to like write for this X amount of hours a day and stuff, and it's just like, how do you make yourself write?
Yeah, I can't focus on.
If it works, then great,
Yeah.
But another thing for me is some people like to sit down and they write out their joke word for word, exactly how they want to say it. I've noticed that when I do that and I try it on stage, I sound like I'm reciting a monologue, like it's like it's lines from a movie or something. So what I try to do is just have a general idea in my head of what I want the joke to, like, how I'm going to get into it, and what the punchline is, and then that's it. And then when I'm on stage, I work through it, and it forces me to talk the way that I would talk when I'm off stage.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Josh, it's 7:40. I know you gotta go. Any final message to the people?
Can I talk to you about the Reds really quick? Who's your favorite Red of all time?
All time?
Yeah.
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto. Okay, that's a good one. Oh,
yeah.
Well, give me two more.
That's
too easy.
Sean Casey.
Oh, he's a Tiger.
He was a Tiger.
He's great.
Another Tiger, Dimitri Young.
Oh yeah,
those I'm actually doing Sean's podcast tomorrow, which I'm so excited about.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out. Is he still working with MLB Network?
I don't think it'll be on MLB Network, but
is he still working
on
with
his
them
social? John Franco, which is a random name. I love John Franco because he threw left and batted right, just like me. That's like very rare.
That's
Eric
a fun
Davis, and then now Ellie De La Cruz is so fun to watch.
Yeah, power speed guy.
So, what about Tigers?
Tigers, all time Magglio Ordonez.
Okay.
That's right when I got into baseball, and then the Tigers made a World Series run. He hit that legendary homer. Like, he was already my favorite before that. Like, that's why I grew my hair out, even though it's kind of short now.
All right.
But yeah, him, fucking Joel Zamaya, he was awesome. Curtis Granderson,
he's a staple, man.
Yeah, I love Max Scherzer. Him,
I'll tell you another guy I love who's not like a huge superstar, but he started in Detroit. He went through Chicago and Cincinnati, is Castellanos.
Yeah.
He's a dog, man.
He was great in Cincy. Oh yeah, there's the fucking legendary clip where the announcer was like, he said like,
oh yeah, he was apologizing for a homophobic slur on the air, and Nick Castellanos interrupted with a home run.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry. I never meant to offend anybody with that, and that's a deep drive to left by Castellanos.
It's a constant joke around here.
Yeah, because Castellanos has repeated it a lot. Like, he always hits home runs at bad times.
Yeah,
he'll be like
that's true. That's a fun baseball thing for you guys to look up. Is all the times that Nick Castellanos has hit a home run while someone is saying something super serious on the air. Right. There was a guy who was apologizing for getting arrested for drunk driving. There was another guy who was basically giving a eulogy to another broadcaster who passed away. And Nick Castellanos hits home runs in the middle of all of them. It's hilarious.
Yeah, there's one for like a dead veteran.
More bad shit.
They should start talking about more shitty things when he's at bat.
It's like, hey, you guys remember 9/11?
Yeah. Right.
Castellanos takes ball one. Yeah. My all-time favorite Red though, Bronson Arroyo.
He's a friend of mine.
Is he? Is that? Like, seriously?
Yeah, legit.
Do you go to like his concerts and stuff?
Yeah, I opened for him. I opened for him a couple of times when he played for the Reds, because he was doing concerts for the Reds Community Fund, and I work with them, so they would have me open for him, and we've just gotten to be buddies. I'm telling you, there is nobody with better stories than Bronson Arroyo.
Seriously,
like
that's so
like the greatest stories.
Cool
he's
guy.
Best friends with Eddie Vedder. Like, it's insane.
Oh, that fucking rules.
That's crazy.
Oh man, if I could
just look him up. Just look up like Bronson Arroyo on any podcast, and his stories will just you won't believe them.
Yeah, so he's like involved with the comedy scene, like, and music.
No, he just does music.
Oh, but do you do music? Is that how you open for him?
No, they would have me do comedy.
Okay.
And then
just because you were,
and he would do music.
Okay, yeah.
I used to do this. Back in the day when Dusty Baker was our manager, I would do this parody song of Dust in the Wind called Dusty Please Win. So that would always be the transitional part from me to Bronson to do real music.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell Bronson I said hi.
I definitely will. Definitely will. Maybe he'll join us for some Skyline when you guys come down.
Oh yeah,
that would be dope.
I would definitely bring a card for him to sign. I hope he doesn't mind.
Let's get him out for an episode. Or Sean Casey too.
Yeah,
those two are the best storytellers. Like, it makes me mad how good they are, that they can be that good at baseball and also be funnier than me.
So that's how you know Bronson is through the music scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know any other Reds? You can't get me in touch with like Aaron Harang?
I could. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but I do this thing every January in Arizona called Reds Fantasy Camp, where you basically go out and you spend a week at their spring training facility before the team gets there, and you play games, and they treat you like a Major League Baseball player for a week. It's the coolest thing if you're into baseball. Most teams do it. I'm sure Detroit has one. But while you're there, you use the clubhouse, you have uniforms, and the clubhouse staff washes your uniform. The training staff is there. But the coolest part is that there's 12 teams, and all of the coaches are former players. So, like Aaron Harang, Brett Tomko, like Austin Kearns. I mean, there's a lot of names you probably recognize if you're familiar with baseball. They are the coaches. So, I've gotten to know a lot of them because of fantasy camp. Or I also have a t-shirt company here in Cincinnati, and we do a lot of t-shirts for these guys.
Like MLBPA licensed.
That's right. MLBPA. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
In fact, a little plug for your Detroit fans. If you go to intheclutch.com, there's all kinds of cool Detroit player tees on there. And then oldschoolshirts.com is our vintage one. Lots of really cool vintage Detroit businesses, defunct sports teams, all that kind of fun stuff.
Check that out.
Sweet. Free Pete Rose.
Yeah, I mean he's dead now. They did free him.
Right.
He's unbanned, so
they
see him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now his soul is free of the body.
Yeah, thanks for talking.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, these guys don't.
My pleasure, guys.
Talk about baseball, so I'm sorry, guys.
Let me seriously stay in touch. Let me know if you can make it down here.
Yeah,
we'll find a time and day that works, and I'll set it all up. But I do appreciate you guys having me on, and hopefully we can hang next time I'm in Detroit as well.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, Josh Sneed. Appreciate
All
it.
right, boys. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I like that guy.
Yeah, that was a big app. Hey, thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, we're still recording. Hey, well,
Thanks for watching. What'd you think of that Josh Sneed?
I hope we actually stay in touch with him.
Yeah. All right.
And I get to meet Bronson. And
Absolutely. We gotta take a trip down to Cincinnati.
Stay
Take
tuned
this
for
show
P
on the
Boiz
road.
Cincinnati fans.
Yeah,
Don't
all you rabid Cincinnati fans who are just tuning into the P Boiz all the time.
Yeah.
We're coming out to
I'm gonna go.
Skyline fucking Chilli
Yeah, we'll be headlining
restaurant for you.
Skyline Chilli
Near
in the
you.
ghetto.
Yeah, we're gonna. All right. Thanks for watching. Big
P Boiz #1. Out of the #1 Metro Detroit Comedy Podcast. No big deal.